show. I am Coco. He is.
I'm Fresa. And sorry, we have our guest. I thought you were doing it. My bad. Okay, and we have our very special guest, Trinity. Everyone give it up for at home.
Yay!
Thank you for joining us in this moment. In these moments of panic with the plague.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm honored.
We're so excited.
Yes, very excited.
Can I ask the first one?
Well, first, let's talk about what's going on right now. I know everybody's at home, quarantine. I don't know if everybody has heard. I think we're on lockdown.
We are.
Just heard it right before the podcast started.
Right.
Los Angeles.
We're in LA.
LA.
City of Angels.
Angelinos.
We're like, go Dodgers.
Go Lakers.
The tallies aren't going off, by the way.
Everyone is on lockdown. We're shut down.
So, and then I did just see on our group, like, chat from work, they said after midnight, you cannot be out. Like, there's no excuses whatsoever.
No, you
So
can't.
it's like throughout the day, I mean, obviously, if you're going to, like, you know, work, that's, like, in the medical, grocery store. But, like, after 11:59 p.m., they said if they catch you outside, they...
Misdemeanor.
Yeah. Instantly, like, there's no excuses.
No,
for
you're
that.
like, catch me outside then. Catch me
Oh,
outside.
catch you outside. Exactly.
I wonder if there's, I'm just curious if some people you think can kind of sneak by. Like, let's say you want to drive to
I don't think so.
Like, someone wants to drive to their girlfriend's house or something, like, let me just real quick, like, if they can.
The funny thing is, now that I've been recently, mind you, downtown LA is crazy, and I live downtown. So now that I've been going home late at night, it's like nobody's out on the street. So it's like cops have nothing to do besides pull up on you, like, you're not going to the grocery store nowhere. So, and I'm not getting a ticket. So,
oh my God! Imagine,
we came up with a solution already.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna carry a grocery bag in our car. That's what we're gonna do to get from point A to point B.
Genius.
I'm so promoting Nick. Don't listen to me, people.
This was not a Trinity approved message.
It's not. It's just an idea.
Wait,
LAPD, we had nothing to do with it.
None.
I'll literally tell I'll be
I
like,
heard it from someone.
I'll say, officer, my toilet got plugged and I needed a plunger. I'm still in heels though. I'm
you're like in a dress.
I'm like, some freaky stuff is going on in the toilet. You don't want it. Don't ask. Don't ask.
Oh my God, no, that's crazy. What have you been doing since like the quarantine? Have you been like working or
working? I haven't stopped. So today, obviously, they're shutting down our building, so we have no choice but to work from home. But business must go on, so I will still be working from there. Yeah, and my attorney over there, I talk to him every day. So as long as we got a phone, then we're good.
Yeah, she has the mic. Mama D, pass
the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, sexy.
She's like, hi, here we go. She has to say one thing. She's like,
how's it going, people?
Yay! Woo.
Check out that voice, right?
I know. Huh? You're like, oh, he just imagine we're like, it's the quarantine. He just started a hotline. You can call him. He's like, at 222-365 Thunder 3000.
Oh my God! Yeah. He's like, Instagram me, DM me. He's like, get on my
It
Twitter.
could be Thunder 6.7 with your height in there. We're gonna promote your height. Make me some money.
Wait, you're gonna say, mention the name Trinity for 50% off for the month.
Whoa, that's too much. 10%, people. Whoa.
No freebies. I don't care for a pandemic. No freebies.
Hell no. We also gotta eat.
Are you scared at all about the coronavirus?
I'm not scared for myself per se. I would say I'm, trying to stay away from my parents, obviously, just because they're older. And so I, don't want to be a carrier and then be around them and then something happen there. But aside from that, no, but I'm a workaholic, so I'm not really around too many people. At my office, I'm literally in there by myself. So I'm good, Unfortunately, though, now I'm being forced to work from home, which is fine.
But
I love my house, so
it makes sense because it's so crazy how like some people have symptoms and some of them don't. That's the creepy part.
Zero symptoms?
Zero.
First time I'm hearing of that.
None.
Really?
Yes.
Are you kidding? So there's been like a couple people that literally been like, I'm on my 5th day of supposedly having it and I don't have no symptoms. But my brother's a doctor. Shout out to my brother out in Houston. But he's a doctor and he was saying that like, he's like, obviously, he's like, that's why they're freaking out because like some of us who are actually really healthy we're not gonna, it's not. But he's like, you pass it on to your mom or your dad. He's like, and the next thing you know, they're super ill. He's like,
yeah, they just had that
so
NBA, New York, wasn't it New York? So it was 4 players. One of them was showing symptoms. They were all tested, and it came out that there was another 3 who actually had the virus and had no symptoms whatsoever. So that was so scary. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 Laker players just got diagnosed.
Gosh, really?
Yeah, they didn't disclose who though.
Oh.
Yeah, make it public. I mean, what if we know them?
Why is Kuzma the first one that popped in my head? I was like, probably like Kuzma.
All the Instagram models are sweating it right now.
I know, right?
I know.
That's what I'm saying. What if they should?
They're like, I've been quarantining and chilling with him. Like, imagine.
Oh my gosh.
We've been knowing. No, that's scary.
That is scary.
Yeah. How are you guys dealing with this?
Honestly, I'm just the same.
Jasmine's living life still.
I'm going out, not going out, but kind of keeping the normal schedule. But I'm also taking it as a time we were talking about before the podcast started to put out more social media stuff. So I've been doing more YouTube, Instagram, started TikTok. I still want to make a lot more YouTube videos. So the same thing as you, like I'm doing it. I'm trying to like benefit from this whole thing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You gotta do something while you're down, right?
I feel like I wasn't worried at all, but I mean, like now that Micah said my older brother he's a doctor, so now I believe it was today he like was freaking out, stressing, and I've never seen him like that, and he was just saying like it's just crazy, he's just like, this is out of hand. He's like, we're having so many people, sick people, like older people come in. He's like, and there's not enough rooms. People don't even he's like, I don't even want to help them out. He's like, but he's like, what makes me so mad? He's like, people like in your generation, my generation, are still hanging out, are still seeing people. He's like, just fucking stay home. Like, he's like, that's what makes me mad. He's like, dude, he's like, your mom could get it and she can die from it. Like, just stay home. He's like, people are just so ignorant. They're like, who cares? And he's like, now it's becoming to the thing where he's like, just stay home. Like now I'm like, okay. And like, if they put us on lockdown, they say stay away. Like, then I'll for sure be like, okay. But I just see him now. He's like, dude. He's like, this is getting out of hand. And he's like,
but I think that's kind of what a lot of people have been doing is just kind of still having a routine, because you have to have a sense of just being normal. And if you're just at home and literally not doing anything, just sitting there on your couch doing nothing, you're gonna drive yourself nuts and everyone else around you. So I mean, for me it was the same thing. Like, I wasn't planning on staying home until I absolutely had to. Here we are, but I feel like I got a lot more accomplished by not freaking out and panicking, and being prepared ahead of time. When I started hearing everything, I literally started doing all kinds of online shopping, not just for myself, but also for my parents. So I know that we're good. They don't need to go back outside. We're good. We don't need to go anywhere.
That's smart. That's very smart.
But still, keeping my routine. Again, I literally go from my garage to our valet up to my office, and I'm there all day. And I do the same thing going back. So I'm not exactly like exposing other people to something I could potentially have. So. Yeah.
So you're like still going out, but you're being super precautious. You're still not interacting with people. Yeah. That's smart.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm not taking on any meetings. He and I had several meetings that we've postponed until further notice. So
we're like, when she walked in here, she asked for all our tests. They showed negative. So lucky us. We're blessed to be in her clean presence.
No, I definitely wasn't gonna flake out. I didn't think that would be.
Thank you, though.
Of course. Yeah, I love it.
Well,
okay.
Ask away.
So the first one was kind of my question. Is Trinity your real name?
No, it's not. My real name's Angelica.
Oh.
Wow, I'm going public with this shit.
Secrets are being released.
It's not. It's never really been a secret. That was a name that my dad actually gave me when I was very young. So, and it was kind of something that I used periodically, and then once I started dancing myself, I decided to use a stage name, because I did end up with a stalker for 2 years. And so it was super scary. So I ended up having to move the whole 9 years. But so long story short, for me, it was just kind of a name that I was using for that purpose. But then everybody I hung out with, I was working with, so the name was constantly being used. And this is way back. This is like 20 years. But yeah, so I mean, it just stuck, and everybody since started calling me that, and I, started introducing myself that way, and
I
now
love
everybody
it,
knows that.
It sounds so like deep, like Trinity, like the Holy Trinity, like How
my dad didn't think of it that way though.
How did he come up with it?
He was like, you're beautiful, you're smart, and you're deadly. And so that was his thing. Like, so it's not very holy.
I'm telling Dad, I'm calling Dad after this. Why didn't my dad give me a super awesome name? She gets called Trinity. I love Jasmine Weenies.
I love talking about how we got Jasmine's name because her dad and I did not see eye to eye. Like even up to the day like I was having her, he wanted to give her like every stripper name from Fritz.
I love Misty. Oh wow! She said he wanted to name me Misty or Savannah.
That's this so like funny. Hardcore like porn star stripper names, and I'm like, we're not naming her. And I was like, Alexis, Julia, like it's pretty girl names. And we only came up with Jasmine because it's the only one we agreed on. And that's how we ended up getting it.
I'm gonna call you Misty.
I like Misty.
I know. Let's call you Misty.
Comedy, which I just got renamed.
Johnny's gonna be all happy.
Misty. Like we're all getting renamed. I'm like, what would Noelle's stripper name be?
But that's funny because there's a drink at where was the drink at? We used to get protein shakes somewhere. Gold's Gym. And when she was little, she'd go to the children's section, and they used to have a children's protein little drink, and it was called Misty Mermaid. So ever since then, he's always called her Misty Mermaid. I'm like, okay, you got half her name that you wanted.
Okay, but if we had to choose Noelle a little stripper nickname for, what would we do? Just
she looks like she'd be Blue.
Blue? I like that name. I like it too.
I feel like you'd be Blue.
Blue.
Hey, I'm planning on having a kid soon, so I might just steal that name. Sorry. Sorry in advance.
Noelle's like, well, whoever gets pregnant first.
I'm gonna be born, so let's go.
She's like, get to it after this.
She's like, oh, I'm gonna be.
Honey, I'm coming home soon.
I love Blue.
Yeah, that's cute.
I love it.
For sure.
Stripper name.
Here's the second one.
Oh, let me see. Okay, so this is random, but if you could be any animal in the world, what animal would it be?
I would say a tiger. Reason being is you hear a lion is the king, right? He's the king of wherever. But tigers are bigger, so they'll fuck a lion up. So we're good.
Wow. Tell me why I see that.
I mean,
that's good. But they're all...
Yeah, they're bigger. Yeah, they're way bigger.
I think I've also heard that tigers don't travel in packs. They're kind of like by themselves, right? Like they
I'm pretty much a loner, I would say. Yeah, I kind of like to do my thing. Like I talk to everybody. Like I'm not antisocial, but like I kind of go into my zone. So yeah.
So tell me why I've actually looked on YouTube like lion versus tiger fights. I've like YouTube them before.
You have? Okay, what was the outcome? I might change my answer.
No, honestly, it was kind of like 50-50. It was always different.
Oh, really?
So it's like a
But yeah, no, tigers are definitely bigger. I was just in Bali, and we went to the zoo thing. And then you go in a truck in the back, and you actually get really close and you feed them. And the tiger was massive. Yeah.
What were you feeding them?
Meat.
Meat
with chopsticks. No, chopsticks. Chopsticks.
Oh,
I'm brave, but not that brave. Whoa.
She's like, you like that? She's like, try this.
No. As a matter of fact, the lion ended up snapping at my husband because he wasn't giving him the food fast enough, and so he just he looked scary. I was like, oh damn, let's just go.
Oh my gosh.
But it was really dope experience. So yeah,
that's scary, exciting though. What animal would you be? You know what? I've actually picked an animal for you in my head, but you say what you would be first.
I would be... Okay, I'm just going to go by my favorite animal, panda.
That'd be cute, though. But they're fierce, too.
They kill people. I mean, I heard they can kill you, even though they look...
Yeah. They're
very
sweet.
innocent,
I just love how sweet they look.
That is like you, because people think you're nice, but you could be a mean girl.
Ooh. I am nice.
Like feisty.
And more secrets come out.
Right? Are you trying to do?
She's like, me and you, let's go.
Let's go right now. Like, right now. Step up.
I'll keep score.
Right.
I think you would be what was it? I think, honestly, I feel like you would be like an antelope or a deer.
Or that's cute.
Yeah. Deer or those
I can see her as a deer.
Yeah, right?
Deer.
So that's what I also had for you. Okay, what do you have for me?
For you?
She said something really ugly.
I'm like a rat. No. What would I picture
She's like,
you
you know
as?
the little things that ladybugs eat? Yeah, that.
I'm like, you know what ant that you just
Like
step on
nothing.
and you don't even notice that the ant is there?
Cockroach, you fucking pest.
Oh my god, could you imagine? Oh fuck. Let me see what I can picture you as. Something that's like careless and just goes through life, just like almost like a rabbit, like a bunny, like.
No, they're nervous. They're super nervous.
I just feel like they're so
What
sweet.
is a careless?
A honey badger.
Those are not cute.
No. Ugly. Oh, are we going off the looks? Oh, I didn't know.
Okay, if it's looks.
I thought not looks.
Oh, I
Not
thought it was
looks?
just anything.
Oh.
Yeah. I was thinking more like a rabbit. Like,
okay. She's like, I guess.
I was
I don't
like
know.
a
Careless animal?
You're like conejita.
like a rabbit, like an animal that you keep like that's like teeny that you keep like inside, like, you know, like a little like what?
Jasmine is anything from soft, fluffy, and fragile.
What'd you pick?
They have to be something strong, loud, and crazy.
Oh, wow.
And crazy?
Okay, you pick, Mama D.
Yeah, like risk taking. You know what I mean? Like she'd be like, "Oh, I'll jump that cliff to that cliff." Like that kind of animal that's like aggressive.
A flying squirrel.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's cute. It's fearless.
Oh, like a monkey.
Yeah.
monkeys go like a
She's like, Jasmine, you be a silverback gorilla.
I could actually see you.
Oh my god. Gorilla.
And then you'd have like a little pet rat that she'd probably put in her little little mouse, and it would be her little best friend.
Oh my god, this is so funny.
I love it. You're like, don't shave, Jasmine, so you look like your animal.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, no. No, don't do that.
A gorilla. I'm dead. She's a gorilla.
Oh my god, what are people going to do when they have to wax?
Oh my god.
Or laser hair removal. Wait, okay.
Back to razors.
I wondered,
right?
back before, like, let's say 1700s, did women shave? Or
Wait,
was everything
no.
daughter, we weren't born back then.
Shaved.
Let me tell you. Yes. Do you know how many times I've thought about this kind of stuff?
Okay.
So much.
So what do you think?
What do you? Well, I mean, they were just okay. So there's this podcast with Fighter and the Kid. Shout out to them. And they were talking about how we have a tolerance for smells, right?
Yes.
And they kind of went back to that era where people just stunk all the time. Like they didn't get to shower every day. Like it wasn't like that back then, Like it was. I mean, and so it kind of makes me think, like, were people fucking just to like have a kid or for pleasure? Because I mean, if you didn't shower for weeks, come on, bro, you gonna be ripe. So I'm just saying. So I think about that, but I don't know. Thank God we're not in that era. Let's just leave it there.
And not to get more gross, they'd be like, when you have your period, you're just walking around bleeding everywhere.
Yeah,
or would
exactly.
you use like a
I'm sure there's a cloth. Yeah, I'm sure it was a cloth. I mean, who knows?
Well, let's go to the caveman day, because I was thinking that the other day. I was thinking, the caveman day.
Sure, caveman is,
what did they use to clean their butt when they took a poop?
Nothing.
They just,
I don't know, leaves.
Poo-poo.
So I guess when you slept with your partner, you both just had stinky booties.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
But back to the smelling thing. Have you, obviously not to the degree of like weeks without showering, but like, have you ever kind of, I would say like your husband, where like maybe he went to the gym just after he's a little stinky, but because like you kind of like it because it's his smell.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, maybe they felt the same way. I don't know how bad it was, but
I mean, yeah, it can't be like, when it's a little combo. I mean, that's one thing you're kind of like, what's up?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But would I be going down there? Oh, bro, better get your ass in the shower. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm very like funny about smells. Yeah. So.
That's good though that we're not in that time, kind of.
Yeah.
I was also.
I have bidets in every bathroom.
And then I was also thinking, like now, imagine if we never had braces. Like,
right.
I don't know. If some people do have straight teeth. Sorry.
A tooth. A tooth. No, you got a tooth. You're one tooth.
I think those people definitely need braces.
I'm like,
I'm like, no one else has it. But like, we couldn't do our eyebrows. Like, we couldn't dye our hair. Anything. Like, imagine how some people would. Like, some people I'm sure have natural stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder, like, damn, I can't. I would have some messed up teeth, like really bad.
Yeah,
I did.
I had my teeth
horrible
done, so
yeah,
these are natural.
I
they look good though.
Like,
I love teeth.
Yeah, me too. I'm a big teeth.
It's the first thing she looks at. I'm usually on people. Oh no, shoes and then teeth.
Yeah.
That's why she's like, I like her shoes.
Yeah, I love my shoes.
I love them.
I totally ate shit though earlier, so
no,
it might be a little scuff. A girl did not just trip. I fell and I rolled. I wish somebody would have recorded that because it would have been so funny. And I would have posted that, Joe. I would have. No, he didn't see me, but that would have been funny. I definitely would have posted it for sure.
Actually, where'd you fall at?
At my office building.
By yourself? No one saw?
No, that was with Reggie, someone I work with, and we had gone outside. And he has these really long legs, and he walks super fucking fast.
Reggie.
I'm not even kidding. I'm always running after this guy. And he was going up the stairs all fast, and so I'm all trying to be cool and run fast, too. And
he's like every other step.
No, the very last step, boom, I knew. I'm like, I'm going all the way down. I'm going all the way down this time. And I did, but then I rolled. So I didn't hurt myself at all. It was good. Yeah. See, no scuffs, nothing.
Jeez. No, you don't look like you fell.
I'm like a professional faller.
She's like, I really do this. I do this.
No, I really do. Dude, I'm the most clumsy person you'll ever meet. I like tip over just standing. I don't know why.
Honestly, I think we'd have like a competition.
Really?
I've broken my foot just walking. I tripped over my own foot.
You beat me there.
And I wasn't drunk. I was like after hiking.
Normal daytime.
I was just walking in my car to go unlock it. And I just literally, my left foot like just...
Were you in heels?
No, I was hiking.
After hiking,
I was straight up like gym shoes, just walking to my car.
No.
And she just like, God, and she breaks it. And we're like, how, Mama D? How?
You broke it.
Yes, I broke it. And they tried to give me a cast for 2 months.
And I was making fun of her for it.
Oh, yeah.
Literally 6 days later, I broke my big toe. So we were both in boots.
That's so funny.
But now, ever since then, I do believe in karma.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I was like making so much fun of her. And then we couldn't walk for like 2 months. We were both using crutches. We were both on crutches. And I was like,
my God.
Everywhere we went, it was like mother and daughter. Like we were both.
It would have been funny.
And ever since then too, like anything she ever makes fun of me with, it ends up happening to her.
I don't.
Yeah.
Every single time, and she's like, "Oh my God, Mom!" I'm like, "Oh, that's what you get."
She's probably doing witchcraft on me. That's not karma. It's called your fucking witch. And leave me alone.
I just have a block. Whatever people send my way goes back to them.
Good thoughts. Nice, pure, sweet thoughts on me.
That's so funny. No, yeah, super clumsy over here though.
Yeah, no, I find like all the time too, like I'll bump into walls, tables, like, and I'll be the only person the whole day out of the whole group. And I'll be like, God damn it. They're like, what happened? I'm like, that wall jumped down at me and attacked me. And they're like, it's always attacking you. It attacks nobody else. Everything too, is it just my equilibrium might be off or something?
Yeah, that's very possible.
Wait, I broke 2 toes, my big toes, the same exact one in 1 year.
Okay, that's bad. That's bad. You got me beat for sure.
Don't talk to me, Mama D.
I mean, it's all the time.
Like that's enough.
It's
like, be
all
quiet.
the time. Anytime I'm around like new people, they're always like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's normal." But once you're around me long enough, like you don't even notice. Like you don't notice. These guys don't even like try to like stop me from like nothing. They're just like, she's falling again. So
they're like, somebody get it.
Yeah.
Let's world star it.
Oh, seriously, that would have gone viral today. That was like such a fun. I was cracking up laughing on the floor.
I really want to see it now. Like I wish I could see you make it.
I was busting up. I couldn't stop laughing. And he's like, "Are you gonna get up?" Oh my God. After I stopped laughing, I couldn't stop. It was so funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Next question.
She's like, okay, so let's just stop right there. She's like, we'll just continue.
She's like, continue, child. Carry on. No, he's.
She's like, carry on, Blue. Okay. So for our listeners who may not know, want to tell them what you do for work? And
yes, sure. So I am the COO and CMO for Los Angeles Kush. We are the original Los Angeles Kush. So, yeah, so that's what I do. I'm in marketing, operations, really anything like when it comes to running the business, it's all aspects of it, really. So that's what I do.
Do you get high a lot?
Every night, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm a big stoner. Not really during the day because I have a lot of stuff to do. I do deal with attorneys all day, too, so I have to be on point. But once I get home and I'm ready to just wind down, I'll start smoking. And then lately I've been incorporating some edibles into my nightly ritual there. But
spontaneous.
Oh, yeah.
And
maybe
edibles,
melatonin.
Keep them on their toes.
I'm just, I'm so adventurous.
Edibles, I always heard like horrific stories about edibles. What is your worst experience ever with the edible?
With an edible? Okay. So the very first time I had an edible, I didn't even start. Let me tell you,
I already know.
I didn't even smoke during that time. Okay?
Oh my gosh!
When I initially started, when I initially started in the cannabis industry, I did not smoke. It wasn't until after I met my husband where he was like, "I'm going to turn you into a pothead." I'm like, "No way, hell no, that's not going to happen." And then I worked an event and I had an edible. And I was so faded. I didn't know what to do. And I'm at this event. I didn't drive. I'm super paranoid. Do I look cute? Is my makeup messed up? Like, like these people are asking me questions I can't even answer. And I'm just like,
I hate the paranoid time. Oh my gosh. It's the worst.
Yeah, it was the worst. I couldn't leave. I went outside to go get some fresh air. I got sick. It was horrible. Horrible experience. But I think that's typical when it comes to edibles because you don't really know how much you can actually take. And everybody's different. Somebody could tell you, you can handle 20 milligrams. And you are faded. Right. No, and like with me, I smoke a blunt every single night. Okay. And I'm talking a big old fat one, and I'm good. Yeah. And I don't fall asleep right away. I'm still able to function and do whatever I need to do. But I can only do 5 milligrams of an edible. And I tried a 10 the other day, and I couldn't get to my bedroom. So, no, girl, I could not get... I stood up, and then I ended up in my dog's room, and they're all looking at me like I'm stupid, and I'm like, this is not my room.
Or so you thought they were thinking that.
Dude, for sure. They were talking to me, bro.
So they were speaking to me. They had a whole conversation.
For real. No, and... so things like that, like you will try to get to somewhere or you're like, wait, did I turn off that light? And then you go back to that light and it's like off and you're like midway going back to where you're going. I'm like, wait a minute, did I turn off that light? And so
I hate that feeling.
Dude, I hate it. It's the worst. Yeah. So now, note to self, have an edible in your room. Don't move. You're good. Yeah.
You want to hear a funny story?
But real quick before, does that come with, so do you only feel that way? No, Ellie too, because she's a smoker.
Okay.
So does it only feel that way when you smoke too much, or does it depend on the strain?
Strain.
That's what I'm wondering.
For me, strain.
For sure.
Only strain.
For me, strain.
So what kind of strains, I'm curious, make you guys feel that way?
Sativa. For me. I can't do sativa. I'm an OG girl. I do like hybrids, but if I'm
you
really
guys just
trying
become
to...
best friends?
I know. We just became besties. What's up? Let's go smoke a blunt. No, so, damn, I wish I would have knew. I'll bring you some in 2 weeks. So.
You're like 2 weeks, April 19th, I'll be here.
But for me, it's indica all day. Like, even if I smoke during the day, if like on my days off, I'll smoke indica or maybe a hybrid, but I like a heavy indica dominant hybrid. Sativa, I'll be under someone's desk, like freaking out.
I hate sativa. I absolutely hate it.
You have the same reaction.
Oh my gosh, I get so paranoid. Like, and I hate that feeling. Like, I feel like I'm like, something's gonna happen. Like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Someone standing next to you will freak you out. You're just like,
I know, I hate it. Like, I absolutely, like, nobody can make me calm down, and I hate it. I'm like, oh my gosh, calm down. And even if I smoke a little bit, I just panic. I hate it.
Same. I just don't. I never touch it.
But I also feel like when I smoke like low quality weed, which I hate. Obviously, don't smoke it and at all anymore. But like, it's so it also makes me feel that way. So I always have to have like my good quality weed, because if not, I'm like, oh my god, like I'd be tweaking.
I grow my own.
Oh my gosh, you do?
No, I don't grow my own. We have, obviously
She's like,
growers. I can't grow a cactus, but we have a brand, so.
You're like, but with LA Kush, you'll never get that feeling.
No, you won't actually. No, you won't. No, unless, for me, no matter what it is, if it's a sativa, it's going to get me that way. I don't smoke our own sativa either, so. But everybody seems to love the Kushberry. I don't care for it. I'm more of a red box, blue box type of girl, so it has to be heavy. So yeah, but that's just us.
Okay, so funny Mama D story. I cannot smoke for shit. Like really, we'll end up in the emergency room. Okay, and I got hired to do a signing at some cannabis show. I was like, cool. And they put me at the table. Never in my life I've even heard of the word dabs.
Oh,
like I'm so old school. I just know joints. That's really how old school I was. And there was a guy next to me, and it was like free dabs. So there was a huge line, no idea. We're not even 45 minutes into an hour, and I literally am like this, and my head drops.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. And I put my eyes, and I was like, I can't even open my eyes. I was like this, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, and I grabbed my security guard's arm, and I was like,
you're liking this too much.
I'm high. And he's like, no, calm down. You didn't smoke it. Then I'm like, I'm high, though. I'm high. I'm high. I'm like, look at my eyes. I was like,
loving this.
And then when I get high, my eyes are like this. I'm like, I can't see. Like, my eyes are swollen. He's like, breathe. It'll be okay. And I was like, give me a drink. I don't care what sort of drink. Like, trying to counteract it with the alcohol.
Right.
And now I'm thinking, okay, just don't have a panic attack.
Okay, if that ever happens again, just have a little bit of CBD, and it'll get you right back.
Okay, I was just going to
really?
What's for people who are listening, if you ever get too high, you start panicking, panic attack, what do you do?
CBD. CBD. It
Really?
counteracts it.
Well,
I don't know what the science is behind it,
sure.
but I know I've gotten that way, and that was one of the situations when I smoked sativa. I didn't know that that's what I was smoking. We were out at, I think it was Playhouse, and one of the girls gave me, it was a joint, and I said, what is this? Yeah. She's like, oh, it's indica. And I'm like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. And like, so I started smoking, and that's when I was saying, like, somebody standing next to me was making me paranoid, where I was like, what are you doing? What do you want? I was freaking out. And then that's when they were like, oh, well, it's sativa. And I'm like, what the hell? I just asked that. But luckily I had my CBD drops in my purse, and so
I need to try that
and it worked very well.
Oh yeah, like immediately. And so I got in my car. I was like, let me get to my car and go home, because but it worked for the rest of the night.
Because usually when I do have freakouts, and I don't anymore, but back then I had them a lot, where I'm like, now I'm good, where if I was to have one, I'm just like, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, or I just go get into the cold, like a cold ass shower, like so fucking cold, and I'm like, okay, I'm back. But if not, oh my gosh, if I'm out with somebody, I'll be tweaking. Like, I'll be like, oh my god, I'm like, did you hear that? Like, I'll be saying really crazy shit, like so fucking crazy that you'll be so terrified of me. You'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Honestly, I think like not on weed. Crazy. I also will microdose with mushrooms. So, and it's very small dose. So I do that, at night sometimes. I actually should start doing it again, but, that will make me very honest. Like, I'm already an honest person, but I also know to keep like certain things that are not appropriate to say, to myself. When I do that and I try to interact in a group, I'm very honest, like to the point where you might as well just leave before I even take that thing, because, there's times where I'm just like super mean, and immediately after I say something, I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm sorry, but this is really how I feel. Like, I'm sorry, but this is really how, and I will reiterate the thing.
You're like, you want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, I had a house guest one time. I had asked them to leave because I was just being so mean. I couldn't help it. I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? But yeah, I mean, I do like how it makes me feel the next day. I sleep really well, and I feel a lot more focused in the morning. But I just don't recommend not anyone like me, microdosing around other people.
How do you microdose? Like, how? Just like you take a little. Is it? Do you take the actual shroom itself, or you make it in like a drink? I don't know.
No, grind it down in a coffee grinder, and then I put it in a pill.
Okay.
In the cap, and then I take it.
I've been wanting to. I have never.
Just like, do you have some right now?
You know, for me, I won't do like a large amount because I'm a total control freak. I'm a Cappy to the core. Yep. Like, I want to be in control of myself. Yeah. And if it's something where I'm going to feel completely out of control, I can't determine what the outcome's going to be. I typically won't touch it. So with that, I've just hear so many people saying so many things like, well, I had a trip and I thought I was falling, or, you know, just things like that has prevented me from doing that. But I have done DMT. So, yeah.
That's a huge conversation that we everyone I know have talked about trying. And
DMT is, it's probably the most amazing thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like, ever.
Really?
How did you take it? What form was it?
I smoked it. So the very first time I smoked it on top of weed, I used a bong. So it hits you a lot faster. I've dabbed it before too. So yeah, I've done it probably about 5 times now.
What were your experiences on it?
All great. So I did a lot of research prior, and I wanted to make sure I knew what I was expecting. Again, control freak. This was literally like 6 months of research I did. Some people, like, I'm just serious, like, 6 months, yep. And so when I did it, they talk about letting go and being able to just go with the experience and not panic, just don't try to be in control. You know what I mean? You're going there to learn, to get lessons. And so the very first time I did it, I knew I was leaving. You hear this like vibration, and and then all of a sudden you feel yourself go boop, right out of your body. And I looked back because I was like, and you feel yourself going so fast. But when I looked back, I was able to see my body, and I wasn't that far away from it. And then I was up, and the very first entity I encountered, I think it was a female because it had a very nurturing like feeling. Yes. They don't talk to you like you and I are talking right now. Okay. Everything is just a lesson that you learn that they show you or they tell you. And it's not whatever you think you want. It's whatever they feel you need at that time. So it's just it's very deep, like, and it's very, very real. I mean, you come back with such a different appreciation, and it's almost like a negativity deterrent. Like, if somebody's trying to be negative towards you, after you come back, you're like, bye. Like, nothing, there's nothing in your being that is going to allow you to even allow that conversation. So it's the best thing ever. And I can honestly say I'm no longer afraid of death because I know where I'm going. So yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So my buddy, he did DMT, and his experience with it was he did it, he lifts off, goes wherever, and he saw his daughter. She's younger. She's like, she's probably like 9 or 10, and he sees her, and a bunch of arms started growing out of her, and she looked like really scary. And like you said, like, there was no words, but this is what was told to him, and it was like, if he wasn't careful with his words, like, he was gonna destroy her and like make her ugly, or like make her not physically ugly, but like he was gonna mess up the way she grows. Right. So when he came back, he was like, man, like, I need to like really be careful the way I talk to my daughter.
Absolutely. The other part to it, I had read during the time that I was doing my research about this couple who had done it. It was 2 couples. I'm sorry. One of the wives did not do it because they didn't know what the outcome was going to be, or if there was going to be any actual side effects or anything. So she ended up still kind of feeling like she was over there, and he felt like he was with her over there, and like they got married again, like they found themselves in a different dimension. And so my husband and I did that, and I was very skeptical because I'm like, well, what if I don't find him over there? What does that mean? I gotta dump you? You know what I'm saying? Like that was my initial reaction. And when we did meet over there, when we got back, we both had tears running down our eyes. But I didn't say anything because still the control me, you know, I'm like, was that real, you know? And then he's like, oh my God, I saw you. And I was like, and he's like, yeah, you were. And it wasn't me. Like, we saw each other as like a DNA strand. That's what I saw. And what he saw was kind of a DNA strand, but then he said it was like a glob. But the colors were the same. The feeling was the same. The experience was the same.
Oh, that's crazy.
And so it was like, wow, okay, yeah, we were in another dimension together. So it was dope. Really, really dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Deep. I'm like,
no, and I know a lot of people that have done it, that like some of my friends who suffer from PTSD from, being in, overseas, they've done it and they've felt a lot better after coming back, and they've not had the suicidal thoughts that they had prior to trying it. So they're much better mentally because of it. So
how long does it last? Like when you do the DMT, how long is like the experience?
It doesn't last anymore. It doesn't last. Well, the actual like you being gone, no more than like 20 minutes. Oh, and then you come back and you feel normal. You don't have anything, like you don't feel hungover or anything.
While you're doing it, are you like your physical body? Is it? I'm curious. Like, what's your physical body? Okay, so are you your eyes closed? Or?
Yeah, you feel yourself like if you, like right now you're holding this cup, and you feel yourself and you're gonna go. Like your body knows to do this. Boom.
Like and lay back. Oh, you just
like put it down and lay back.
Okay.
And that's it. Yeah. And then you come back and you're in the same location. That's another thing too. Like you can't move like you can like on mushrooms, where you can walk around and be like, you did this and you're evil and boom, I'm gonna sock you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that on DMT. So you're not your spirit's left. So you're not able to move around.
When during your experience, if you don't mind me asking, did you have someone like watching you like that was sober, or no, you kind of just went with it?
So the very first time I did it alone, and then I had the second time I had my husband watch me.
By yourself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. I would have been scared, yeah.
And then the second time my husband was in the room with me, and then the third time we did it together, and then 2 other times I did it alone. No, I'm lying. 1 more time alone, 1 more time with him in the room. But you can't have anything like that's gonna make sound, like nothing, because you're you're alive. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not your time to go. You're not leaving your body permanently. So any touch is gonna make you come back. So yeah.
So you basically don't touch anything. You're just literally
no, you can't. You're gone.
You can't. Yeah,
you're not there. You're physically you're there, but your spirit's elsewhere. So.
That's crazy.
What makes you tick and function is not with you at that moment. So you're not dead, but yeah. I can't wait to do it again. I'm very excited to do it again.
I wanted to try it, and
you want to do it?
Let's do it. And she was telling me, I'm not in a. Doesn't sound forced. She's just bringing it up. She's like, if I do it, she just mentioned like do it with me, not like a forced thing. Everyone who's listening, like, but we've read.
Actually, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks of me. So,
and we've known about it. Slightly. We know people who've done it as well. And it's another experience to add to like what we've heard. But yeah, so there's something.
I would say to do your own research so that you could be comfortable with it on your own,
right?
Because it is like a very personal experience. My experience may not be yours.
I've talked to so many people I know in my life who are just very self-aware. They're conscious of who they're being in this world. They're just extremely in touch with life and like their calling. Have all done DMT, and there's just a presence about them. There's this confidence. There's this warmth. There's just this peace, like you said. Like,
it is.
Oh, you're negative. Okay. Like, and so I'm like, what are you on?
That's been a big change for me too, because you guys all know who my friends are. We were known like to just be crazy all the time. Right. You know what I mean? And I do feel like after that, it definitely changed me, because even the last time I did get down, like he actually got on me, but I felt like I shouldn't have done that. Right. I felt my own guilt. Like even though everybody was getting on me, I didn't stop because they told me to. I stopped because I felt some type of way about myself at that moment.
Right.
And so that kind of made me reflect on what I was doing and what situations I was putting myself in, and what the outcome can really be, because I do, once you get to a certain place and, you have a lot to lose. And so it's not just about...
I always say I'm too rich to get in a fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people
I'm too rich to get in a fight.
They start fights on purpose to try to take money from you.
Okay, and I actually had somebody try that shit on me. My husband was like, you better not fight. I was like, okay. very difficult, but yeah.
Yeah,
you're
my
right.
friend's broke. She'll kick your ass though.
Yeah. Let me make some phone calls.
My friend's broke.
My friend who's really fucking broke, she'll kick your ass, not me. I'm too rich. I love it.
But you're right. You're absolutely right. And that was basically kind of like, you have so much going on.
Yeah.
Like, don't fuck it up because of your ego or because you're defending someone who is literally putting you in a bad position. They're not thinking about you at that point. So it was a lesson learned for sure. And I've been good ever since.
That's a good point. Thank you for sharing that. Like, I just thought about that because I don't think people think about their friends when they get into a fight that, our friends have family, they have careers, like they have moms, they have dads, they have maybe, a sick grandma or grandma, and they have kids, and then of course as friends, we're going to jump in. So it's really interesting. Exactly. I don't think we've ever told our friend like, God damn it, like I have kids at home.
Did.
Or you did?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I definitely don't have a problem with saying like how I feel. You're right. Like I was so quick to jump. Like that's me. Like I'm mama bear all the time. I don't have kids, but I'm mama bear. Like if I'm kicking it with you, and somebody tries to come up and try to jump you, you better believe I'm jumping in.
My mom's always like, even if you have your friend with you, like if it's your best friend, like okay, I'm there for both of you.
That's a right.
I'm super protective. I'm super protective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like so even my friends walking into doors anymore, I open and like everyone walking in first just to make my back's the last one to make sure if there's any problems, it'll come to me before them.
Yeah. So that was kind of I think a big change after I had experienced DMT, where I felt some type of a guilt because prior to that I didn't, to be brutally honest with you.
Right.
Like, and I think that's why I just kept just running amok and just being a crazy person, which I'm not anymore.
She's like, that's the old me.
She's like, only behind closed doors.
Oh my God. I love
when he calls me Misty.
Now you're Misty. Misty Blue. Yeah, that'd be cute. Misty Blue.
Misty Blue.
Isn't there a song like that?
Misty Blue, is there a song?
I'm gonna look it up.
Now
I'm on a mission.
Guys, race to have a dog.
Guys, get on a mission and find that song.
So we can name whoever's gonna get blue first. You imagine you're like side by side in the hospital, like make sure my baby comes out before hers. She's like pushing harder.
C-section, please, thank you.
Oh my God.
A week before she's due. Thanks.
Like now. I'm like, I'm gonna leave right now. I'm gonna get a head start. Like, sorry. I'm like,
I started weeks ago. No, I can't. I'm kidding. No, we are trying to get pregnant. Just not. I'm still scared as fuck. So.
Are you?
You are?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm a businesswoman first.
Are you gonna do though? Are you thinking of doing like a epidural, or you want to do natural?
Hell yeah! Hell no!
Oh my God!
Hell no! Kudos to the women that can do that, but let me tell you, I'm not one of you. Okay, I want 2 epidurals if I can.
Like 3.
I don't want to feel shit.
Damn.
Can you slide some morphine in my drip real quick?
For real, like whatever it takes. No, I'm not. I'm not. I can't get down like that. So. It's all good, to each their own. But yeah.
Okay, can I finish my story about me getting high? Okay, so we're walking around, right? I'm like, take me to the bathroom. I have full makeup on. I'm like splashing water, trying to get unhigh, because it's like I'm getting higher and higher. And now I'm like, I kept telling them, I can't feel my hands.
That is crazy.
So I go to the bathroom, ladies, right? I have this cute little like sexy dress on. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, I sit down, pull the dress up. I sit down, I pee, and I'm like, I didn't even know if I was peed or if I didn't pee. Like I couldn't feel anything. So I went to get paper to wipe to see if I peed or not. I still have my panties on. I peed right through my panties.
Oh my God.
And I was laughing hysterically.
I don't know, D. I kind of think that was something else. Somebody must have put something somewhere.
Laced it with something.
Real talk, like, no. Even if you dabbed yourself, like I've dabbed. I'm not a dabber, but I've dabbed and it fucks you up.
I've never had a panic attack in my life. And I never had and still haven't, but the one time I ever did was after a dab, and it was called like black crack.
Oh,
but it was from a shop.
But it was from a
shop. The name says it all.
Yeah, black crack. I would have been like, I'm good.
I would have been like, no.
It was from an actual shop, whatever. But like, that's the only time in my life I had a panic attack. Never before, never after again. But like, so who knows? Because I mean, who knows what they were dabbing? If it was like the black crack, I was like thinking. I honestly was thinking like I'm gonna die. I was like, my heart. And I even in my head, I'm like, my heart stopped. I'm like, wait.
People fall out all the time. Like I'm talking like they just. It's so weird too because they stiffen up and there's like. I'm like, damn, that's what I must look like when I'm tipping over. I don't know, but for real, it's scary. I can't do that. My husband does all day.
Do you tip over often? I'm concerned.
I do, girl, all the time.
So you do try dabs?
Oh yeah, I've tried them. I don't do it every day or anything. Like I think it's probably been like 6 months since the last time I tried it. Why are you laughing?
He's like laughing like on FaceTime with somebody.
Oh, are you? Who is it?
Our business partner.
Oh, hi, Dr. Glenn. So, shout out to Dr. Glenn Toby, everyone.
Plugged in.
What's up,
He's amazing.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yes,
go, Dr. Glenn. You go, Glenn Coco. You go.
You got yourself a new name.
You go, Glenn Coco. I love.
So funny. What is he saying? I'm curious. Oh, yeah? Nice. I don't think it's about the podcast. Tell the truth. Oh, my God. Yeah, he does. So, I know we're diverting. But, so talking about Dr. Glenn Toby, we're actually getting ready to work on, well, technically he already owns 4 Basquiat's.
What is that?
It's art. And they are called what, Joe? What is the collection called?
It's the Untitled Suite.
Okay, so it's called the Untitled Suite.
The Rinso and the per capita of the original
sung one.
Basquiat's.
So technically, we've already been touring the art.
Jean-Michel, they were owned by his father, Jean-Michel Basquiat,
Yeah.
famous artist, modern contemporary artist. Oh,
Yeah,
you're aware
he's
of him?
huge. He's huge. Yeah, he's huge.
Yep.
So currently, right now, the actual tour is called King's Exhibition. It's already been in Atlanta, South Carolina, New York, and Dallas. So what we're trying to do now is to bring it out here to the West Coast. Now with obviously this lockdown, it's going to take a little while, but we are actually working on bringing that out. We want to feature it here in downtown LA in the art district. So that is going to be coming up, and hopefully in September. I'd love to have you guys there. That would be so awesome.
That would be phenomenal.
It would be really cool. So we are going to have a public showing and a private showing. So we're going to have, a ton of, if any sponsors out there want to chime in, let her know. She'll let me know. But no, that's a major event. Like there's definitely not, you don't get to see those every day. And we're talking huge names.
Yeah, there's only 85 actually throughout the world total. So I think Beyonce owns one, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Who else, Dr. Glenn?
No, it's fancy. Like they're priceless. So, and we're going to also invite local artists to submit their artwork to possibly feature next to a Basquiat, you know what I mean? Which is an opportunity of a lifetime for artists. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that. We're hopefully going to do, like I said, downtown LA. Yeah. A private showing, hopefully in Bel Air. Also Sacramento, Oakland. La Jolla is another location. Yeah. So, we're going to try to incorporate just a lot of culture. And so that kind of also brings in Los Angeles Kush into the mix where, we'll be obviously putting something into all the gift bags and all that because, cannabis is a huge part of our culture here in LA.
Yeah, especially in California.
What I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's pretty cool.
It's going to be a pretty dope event. You guys are invited.
Yeah, let me plug in the Instagram real quick.
Just gonna plug in the Instagram.
Instagram.
Exciting. After this, I try to become an artist. I'm like, my first painting starts tonight.
All right, so you guys can follow it at the King's Exhibition. And for Los Angeles Kush, it's at lakush.ca. Make sure you follow us.
You plugging it in?
Yeah, especially local artists too, if you're interested.
Yeah.
So it's invite only also.
Yes, it is.
Invite only.
It's going to be, I mean, I'm so excited for this. Oh,
that's so exciting,
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
When were you hoping on doing this again? Because of you got
September.
Okay.
September, yeah.
Yeah, we had Miami coming up on the 16th of April, but right now it's postponed because of this whole Corona thing. So yeah.
I mean, there's going to be, I'm really excited. It's just lakush.ca. .ca.
Plugged it in.
You should be able to see the lovely Jasmine. Misty.
Blue Misty.
We've actually shot her before. Which actually we need to set up another photo shoot. We need to do that.
I've seen that recently. You've what's your Danny Cakes or something?
Yeah. Well, so Danny Cakes, we shot her, and it's funny because I have seen her like hanging out with you guys. Yeah. So we went.
She's a smoker too.
Yeah. So we did we shot her, and then we did remember, what was it called? The torture garden. Yeah.
The BDSM.
Yeah, it was so trippy. It was like the craziest. It was so dope. It was so dope. Yeah, that was my very first time going.
Can anyone go, or what is that? I'm not really.
I think they had tickets, so it was super crazy. Yeah. So we sponsored it.
I want to go.
And I had Danny work the booth. But she looked very intimidated. I was like, just be cool, just hang out. We all got faded. Yeah,
Don't stare.
For sure. I was like, let's just get faded. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? So I had a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh.
Janet Jackson.
What happened? Janet Jackson with it?
Girl,
you ain't Janet Jackson on them?
So, okay, I was in this latex freaking thing, right?
Fucking love latex.
I'm talking... It was so stuck to me, right? And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to hold it as long as I can. But then I had to go pee because I was trying to get Danny faded. Yeah. Right? And I'm like, oh no, I got to go pee. So I get in the bathroom. I'm like literally ripping the thing off. I ripped the freaking zipper. Okay?
Oh,
yes. No. And I come out and I'm like, I can't close it.
Oh no.
In the midst of all that, I went to go tell my bodyguard, like, hey, I'm having a wardrobe malfunction. Give me a minute, before he walks in freaking out.
He's like, who's in here?
Well, I ended up in the dungeon. Whoa,
I like where this story's going. I like this.
Okay, mind you, we had printed a bunch of condoms, like LA Kush condoms, right? Whoa. And we were giving them out for free, So I walk in, and I'm like, oh, this is not the right place.
Oh, shit.
Let me tell you.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know which butt went to which body, okay? Like, it was that kind of party. I was like, but I did see a bunch of our condoms. I was like, yeah.
Success.
Yeah, I was like, yes, LA Kush condoms made a debut.
I love
her face out, but I just want to show her condoms.
I couldn't see. The faces were busy. They were busy. Yeah.
So it was like a swinger. It was like a swinger room.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever been one.
It was
or done anyone.
I'm taking you with me next time, but I'm charging. But no, yeah, it was really cool.
2 minutes.
Oh, so 2 minutes. Okay.
Oh, we're already done.
I know. Well,
damn, that went by fast.
Yeah, some of them. We could do another one real quick.
Yeah.
Okay,
real quick. So how long have you been married for? And what's your advice to, like us single people that want someone to put a ring on it?
I've been married 2 years. Been with him almost 9. Wow. I think that what works for he and I, and what, because I'm very independent. I don't like anybody up my butt. I don't like people calling me, figuring out where I'm at. Yeah. I just leave me alone. Let me do my thing. Like I am a trustworthy person, until you, like, if you're pushing me, I'm just going to dump you and, moving on, you know what I mean? Because I can't handle that. Like, I am a businesswoman first, and I will never lose my identity for a man. So, for me, it was, we have just such a good understanding. Like, we are best friends first, and I know I can trust him. He can trust me. We have so much fun together. And obviously we have fucking great sex. I mean, really, intimacy is a huge part of a relationship. Knowing that about yourself, having that confidence as a woman, and doing your fucking thing, regardless of wondering, like, oh my God, am I going to look funny? Like, no, do your thing. Like, enjoy yourself. Like, get into it and really into it. Because if you're just sitting there trying to put a performance on, let me tell you something. people are gonna see through that. Like, get into it, and not just that, you're fucking yourself, and, like you're screwing yourself out of a awesome experience. You know what I mean? So I think that trust, communication, respect, loyalty, that all plays a big part.
So, question, because that's the main topic for my podcast: love, sex, and relationships. So, being in 9 years, like, I'm constantly talking to people that say passion dies out, people aren't passionate anymore, there's no such thing as chemistry. And then it makes me tell them, I'm sorry, you've never experienced it, but it does exist. Absolutely. And so many Americans just settle for, I'm comfortable, let me tell you, this is my buddy, it's okay. Like,
let me tell you, no, my husband and I, we can be sitting there having breakfast and we give each other a look and it's on and cracking. Like, it doesn't, like, for me, you know, I'm a very sexual person as is, you know, like, when a lot of people see me out there because they see this business person, they don't see that feminine side of me. But, you know, and I know myself. Like, I'm comfortable with myself. I know my sexuality. I know what I like. I know where I like it. I have no problem explaining that if it's not in the right place, I guess. But for me, like, I think that if you yourself don't feel confident in yourself, like, you're always going to find a reason not to act on that opportunity in feeling that intimacy with your partner. Yeah, you know what I mean? We've never lost it. Chris and I will sit there and just laugh at the stupidest shit, but it's funny to us, and then it could literally turn into just a look. It could be like
animalistic, like I'm ripping your fucking clothes off.
Like, you're leaving for work, and you're in a hurry. I mean, this has happened. Fuck, I don't even know how many times. You're leaving for work and you kiss that person goodbye, and then it's like, oh, you know, it's like, let me go ahead and get this quickie in real quick before I leave, you know, and then you go about your day. But in the same, like, coming home or jump in the fucking shower with your dude when he's in there, you know.
I love that. I'm huge on that.
While you're like, I don't know, watching a movie, like, do something, but don't be a dead late, because that's where you're gonna start to not just feel. Because you're going to react as a woman like, okay, well, he's not giving me the attention. We're not giving him a reason either.
Yeah, he don't want to fuck you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really not like, I just think, again, people let it die out. It's not really about that, but it's more so because the woman doesn't feel comfortable with herself. And so she's not acting on that moment. Completely. She's finding a reason not to. Yeah. And that's where I think a lot of relationships do die out.
Definitely. Yeah. And the crowd goes loud.
Bravo. Can we do our outro, or is it done already?
No, you can do your outro. No, I think our lives could go longer now.
Oh, we can send it though.
Before it would stop at 1 minute.
1 hour,
it's still going. Yeah. Because on mine, my last one was 1 hour, 59 minutes. Remember, I was like, usually we stop and we go. The last one, I was like, how'd you get the 2 hours? Yeah, you can ask all the questions.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think the lockdown starts until what?
11:59. 11:59. You better be home.
So we're still good.
I kind of wanted to add but we didn't get this.
Which one? What steps did I take?
To make your, you know, like to get to where you are in the LA Kush.
Sure.
Go feel it, but you guys can see it.
Oh yeah, you switch the camera though. You should say.
Where's the camera, guys?
Just to her. Please.
To who? To me?
Yeah, so it doesn't see that she's missing.
Oh.
Abe, did you switch it?
Nope. That's one still on.
Abe, just on her now? Yeah, we already did. We're just on her? Perfect, okay.
Are we still on?
Yeah, we are. So just on you now. Okay, so perfect. I'm just going to say the question one more time. So what gave you the idea, the inspiration to start LA Kush, and what steps did you take to see your vision?
Okay, so one, I want to address, like, I wasn't the only founder. So for me, when I initially, I was already in the industry. I was with a company. They pretty much just screwed me over. And I walked out. I don't think that they had any inclination that I would have the balls to, like, get up and walk out, because I am a very loyal person. And I will be that until you cause me to be otherwise. And at that point, again, like I said, I practice this in everything. If you're causing me to look elsewhere, Like, you've already fucked up because I'm going to leave you. You know what I mean? So it was the same thing with them. When I partnered up with my partner now, it was, my focus was not to start something. It was, I'll be honest with you guys, it was to beat them at the Cannabis Cup. And I had 2 months to do it. And we worked so hard. I will never take full responsibility for it. But Mike, shout out to you. I love you. We worked so hard. I mean, hard to make it happen. And we did. And we actually ended up winning very first place, which is unheard of for a brand new company to come out and win first place in a High Times Cannabis Cup. But man, let me tell you, we were running around like a chicken with our head cut off. Like, we were like, oh my God, what do we got to do? Let's make this happen. Let's move the girls over here. Let's get these girls up on stage and start dancing. We had artists coming out and doing live performances at our booth, to where we literally were just known for bringing it and bringing it hard. In the process, we did make a lot of enemies because, again, my focus was to beat this one company, not even thinking, well, I'm going up against all of these other pioneers with a new entity. You know, they don't know us. Like, we're coming out brand new, and we beat them all. And it was a huge accomplishment. When they called, you know, we thought we had lost. Wow, like, we were like all kind of bummed out, hanging out at our booth, like, oh, you know, we did all this for nothing. And then they're like, hey, you need to come over here. And they named us first place. So
how exciting!
Yeah. Yay, so that's how it started.
Coming, you're just like, oh my God, we won.
No, we were we didn't, like, we kind of thought we were gonna lose, and thank God we won. Yeah.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Congrats,
thank you.
Quite a few.
Well, since then we now since then
don't downplay.
Since then we now have 95 awards. We're a 95 award winning cannabis company.
95.
Yes, but you know, our product speaks for itself. So it's not so much anything like that we're doing as far as marketing. I think a lot of it does have to do with the product and it being so pure, organic, and high in potency. So it's been a journey, and you know, we've become such a close-knit family. Like, right now, knowing I'm not going to see them for 2 weeks, like, is so sad to me because I'm with them every single day. They are like literally like my family. So yeah, we are super close. It's crazy. It's weird, but we are, and it works, you know.
So speaking of that, how many locations do you guys have?
We only have one.
Okay.
So to clarify, we only have one. Okay. That's located at 5470 Valley Boulevard in Los Angeles. It's East LA. We've actually been there forever. We've been there for 13 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
years.
we initially started as CHR, which is California Herbal Remedies. Oh. And once our product line went, major, we went ahead and changed it. But our roots are still there. That's where we started. We started in LA, and we're going to stay here in LA. So that's why, you know, we had to name our product line based on the city that we love, you know. So, yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah.
I have a question.
What's
because do people like ever try to smooch like your friends, or like people like, hey, you got any free weed, or like get a discount?
All the time.
How do you my
grandma, one of them.
Grannies out there.
No, yeah. I turned my whole family into I literally turned my whole family into potheads. I'm not even kidding. All of them. They all take some form of THC, whether it's edibles, vape, whatever. Yeah. My mom. Actually, my mom, she fought cancer, and we were able to beat it with CBD and with edibles and smoking. So yeah.
That is so good.
Yeah. She's like 3 years now in remission. So yeah.
Wow.
Awesome,
Yeah. So it's really dope. What's that one?
Is there anything new that you can share in the works for LA Kush?
Yes. Well, we're revamping a few things. I really don't want to say what, especially now with this halt, but we are working on some really dope stuff. There's one particular one, you know, we've always been about putting out quality product. So we are upping our own game just to kind of keep evolving. That's like our biggest thing, is to keep the evolution going with everything that we do. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's, gear, whether it's marketing, whether it's, our flour, our packaging, whatever it is. We are literally innovators when it comes to packaging. There are things that we've come up with that the state of California has adopted. So it's pretty dope. Yeah.
I think I've seen some people, I don't know if they're like influencers for you guys or something, or they just buy a lot, but the packaging is really nice.
Thank you.
I love it.
I designed it. Yeah.
Makeup line.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that one. Yeah, we won't talk about that one. We won't talk about that one. That one I don't want to talk about. No, yeah, we have some really cool stuff coming out though. Yeah, and then we're working on something new. We're just not there yet to kind of come out, but when it does come out, it's gonna be major. Like, it's like the people that we have involved are just insanely amazing and so down to earth. So I'm really excited to bring that line out. So something new. Something to look forward to. Yeah.
I'm not a smoker, but maybe I'll start.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be just flour. It's going to be a lot of like other stuff.
Oh,
I want to talk about it, but I can't.
Because you guys still offer like clothing on top of like that and all that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. We offer everything. Yeah. We're in everything right now. So.
Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, so some of your funniest or embarrassing moments while being high.
Oh, I fall all the time. I mean, we talked about that earlier. Yeah.
But like, if you had to choose like your most embarrassing,
yes.
that if you possibly comes to you
okay.
Top, yeah.
I ran into it was a sliding glass door, and I hit so hard.
Gosh.
I hit so hard. People, sorry. People were saying that I bounced, like because I didn't just I ran into it and I fell back, and they said I bounced. I don't know. I don't remember that. I was probably just knocked out, but yeah. I think that would be probably the funniest.
You don't remember like running into it?
I remember running into it. I don't remember like hitting the floor. I don't. I really don't. I think I knocked myself out for a second.
Fuck.
I don't remember that.
Okay, so were you walk? Like, was it like a walk, a sprint, or
no, girl? I was walking with purpose. Like, I thought it was cool.
Acting like shit, like.
Oh, girl! I thought for real. I thought the paparazzi was watching me. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those moments. Like,
where were you?
Yeah, at a party.
Oh my gosh, at a party.
Yeah, I was in heels and everything. So yeah.
Oh, fuck.
But that's me. I'm a big old klutz.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah, it comes with the package.
I love.
Yeah.
Good for you. Most embarrassing moment while high. If you had to have a while high, then
oh
just
my
regular.
gosh, okay.
Yeah.
I've had a lot, but I want to get to the funniest one. It just happened recently.
Okay.
Oh man.
So I was with
We're already laughing.
Raymond.
Why are we laughing already?
I was with Raymond, and mind you, we smoke like all day. Like there's
Molly says she'll smoke 8 blunts a day.
yes, like it's to
8
the point.
blunts a
Yes,
day.
Oh my
it's
god,
really
let's
excessive.
smoke.
Yes,
Like
I'm
2
like
weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So, and mind you, Raymond smokes a shit ton, and we had gone to the kitchen, and he had said, he's like, can you put some cinnamon rolls in? I'm like, of course. And 30 minutes later, I'm like, why the fuck is like, the cinnamon rolls not growing? And he's like, let me see. He looked. I had put the cinnamon rolls upside down and had stacked 3 at a time. And then he got so pissed off. He's like, oh my god. He's like, just fucking stop. He's like, let's just cut a watermelon. I don't know why. So I was like, okay, perfect. Let's cut a watermelon. So he brings out the watermelon. And he starts to cut it, and mind you, obviously half of it we're not going to eat. So I was like, okay, let me get a bag. So I get a bag, and he's like, okay. He's like, put it in there. I'm like, okay. So I grabbed the watermelon, put it in, and didn't realize that it was like those sealer bags that's completely open. You have to seal the bottom.
Oh my god.
And mind you, that whole entire day was just a shit show. Like I was literally
funny.
like a hot ass mess. I was like, so when I put the watermelon, it just fell straight through. I made a big mess, and like I can't remember. It was just like non-shit that was just going on. But I was like, I'm done. Like I'm done.
I have a question.
Okay.
I'm not the host. How do you do driving while high? Like, can you do it? Because I know I can't.
You know what? I actually can.
Okay.
The only thing I
drive slower.
You know what? And nothing changes. The only thing I don't like to do is be high and be around my mom. That's one thing, because that's the only one thing I don't do. Everything else I do is fine, but with some reason around with my mom, I just like, I feel like I act funny, I act different, but everything else I do perfectly fine. I'm never like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that.
I just drive super slow.
Really?
Oh, I drive so slow. So where I live in a gated community, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's super dark. Like, we have wildlife and shit, you know? And one time we were so faded, and the Uber Eats guy did not want to drive around in there. He got scared, and I'm like, oh my God, you're a pussy. So I'm like, I'm going to go get it. Dude, it took me forever. Oh, no. And it's only like 2 miles to the gate, and it took me forever.
My gosh.
I'll never do that again because my food was cold, so it was sucky.
That's crazy. I wonder why. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing, like, when I get high, nothing, like, I'm never like, oh my gosh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Everything's always normal, but for some reason when I'm with my mom, that's when I like act different. But everything else, I'm like, it's fine.
I don't like deep combos. I don't like deep. No, like
keep it short.
Please don't.
You know what?
If I'm high, like, I just want to enjoy it. Like, I don't want to sit there and talk. Like,
she like, stop talking.
You know what? I am actually the talker. Like, really? I know people are like,
okay, let's not get.
They're like, never mind. You're not my best friend anymore.
Like,
our friendship just ended.
I'm gonna give you some.
You're like, I'm gonna put you. You're like in a different room. You tell me how it goes. Yeah, I see. I'm just talking.
She's like, she puts it like.
Oh, yes. No, I just want to zone and just be, and I'll be happy.
But I feel like maybe I also talk because I smoke all day, so like I'm not like, oh, finally, no. So I smoke all day, so it's just like, it's just kind of like normal. A thing. But I'm sure if I did it like less, I would be like,
you'd be like,
yeah,
just let me chill.
Yeah. Interesting.
How funny. I love it.
Yeah, I don't have an embarrassing moment. Well, I used to smoke a lot. I don't, but I never, off top that comes to me, I don't have any embarrassing moments while I was smoking. I do have my most embarrassing moment that's ever happened to me.
What?
Go.
We want to hear.
Tell it.
We need to hear this.
I've never even shared on my podcast. I knew it would come up. Go. I was waiting for this day.
Dun, 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 dun,
okay, so I was
dun.
dating someone, and then we never did anything. Just obviously like kiss, make out, whatever. But we never did anything sexual whatsoever at all.
Cover your ears.
And then, it's actually, no, honestly, do you not know this? It's not that embarrassing. So then I go, we go on, he takes me on a trip to Hawaii, right? So one of the nights while we're there, I didn't even say it, so it's so weird.
You already started.
Yeah. Okay.
Commit.
So whatever, it's not even, like, we're there, so we never did anything still. This is like the 4th night in or something. We were there for like a full week almost, maybe. And, so he's like, let me give you a massage.
He's trying. He's trying.
You know, and then I'm like, okay, so it's like he has lotion, and I'm just like in like my underwear, panties, whatever you want to call it. So you know how like if I'm laying on my stomach, they're kind of like on your butt, but you know when they're giving you that massage.
You're trying a little toot.
It gets worse. Not that much. So he's massaging me, and he says something really funny.
It was loud. He was allowed to too.
It was like, and it was just like he's sitting on top of your ass, you know. So, so it was like, okay, honestly, he made me laugh. I farted, and on top of that, we never did anything, so it was so. And then I was like, oh my god. And we're both kind of. I mean, I'm laughing too. I'm embarrassed, but it's still funny. He's cracking up, and he's like kind of goes off to the side, but he's like, being a guy, he's like, it's okay. He's like, let's keep going. Being a guy. He's like, it's fine. I like it. Yeah, he's just horny. He's like, it's okay. We're laughing.
Oh my god.
And then and then he's like, this is what made it worse. He's like, I'm never gonna forget this moment. He literally said that. And I'm like,
thanks, guys.
Oh, it was the most. I told him when he wanted to keep going, I'm like, no, stop. I'm like, I'm going to sleep. I'm like, no. I'm like, oh, no. I'm laughing. I'm like, no. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep.
My eyelashes gonna fall off.
Honestly, to this day, the most embarrassing that's ever happened to me. And then the fact that he was like, I'm never going to forget this moment. Anytime he thinks back to me, he's going to think that moment.
No, real talk.
She's like, yeah,
Yeah, real talk.
I mean, I'm a very
Yeah, he is. But oh well.
And that's why I'm embarrassed right now.
Wait. Okay, just one question. Did it smell or did it not?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
It's not about the smell, though.
Well,
No,
imagine if it did smell. That's even more
But it was
embarrassing.
still fun.
Yeah, like it was still that. I would have still been like,
Oh, that's
Like,
so
it's okay.
funny.
I honestly don't even share it with people, and then now
I love it. Now it's on your podcast.
You know what though? Just be open.
It's a normal part of you.
Yeah. Normal out there.
Oh, that was funny.
You're not the only one. I promise.
Queefs don't count. If you were queefing, no. A regular fart's different than a queef. Regular fart's different than a queef, no?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's like, that's what, if you queef, it's like, oh, nothing. But if you fart, it's like, I should have, oh no, you only queef while you're having sex. I should have been like, that's a queef, but nope, that wouldn't have worked. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's like, I'm just massaging you.
It's too late now, Jasmine. You can't go back.
No, you can't go back. It happened. Oh
Go
well.
back. It's done.
So embarrassed.
You're all sad. You're like,
So funny.
You're like, cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers to that. Hey.
Cheers.
Salud. All right, so was your high most embarrassing moment your regular most embarrassing moment like mine? Like mine wasn't high, but do you have one that really quick comes to your mind that you're like,
I just fell.
that was it? So like that's your most embarrassing
I
ever.
mean, can you imagine? Okay, so where I'm located, I don't want to tell the world, but like where I'm located, there's cameras everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? And look, like they hate us there already because we're a cannabis company, you know? Like, first of all, we don't grow out of there. We don't, like, you know, our retail store is somewhere else. Like, we're actual responsible licensed brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, they hate us anyway, but that's fine. Whatever. So can you imagine the field day that they're going to have on that? I will laugh the day I see that shit on the internet. Like,
oh my God.
dude, go
It's
ahead.
how fools gone
At
wild.
least, like, put down my Instagram, bro. Like, if you're going to do that, go for it.
Like, tag me.
Like, tag me.
No, definitely.
You feel the
I
same
have a
way?
question
That
for you.
clout
Okay.
works.
So,
Dun,
no,
dun, dun,
not that kind
dun.
of question. Okay. So recently I posted about Getty's, what is it called? Getty Images, I think it's called?
Yes.
Okay. So I was looking for some information and online, and I come across Trinity Angel here, you know, and so I click on it, and they're selling my picture for like $499. I was like, what the fuck? Is that typical?
Are you topless? Are you
No.
naked?
I'm showing you weed. I'm showing you weed. That's it.
Wow. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, me either. I I like, what the hell? Can
Are
I
you
get a
kidding
cut?
me? I can't even get $3 from my fans.
Bro, I'm like, I mean, I don't know that any of them sold, but can I get a cut, you know?
Yeah, at least.
If and when. I didn't know if that was typical. I thought I'd
Shit.
ask.
You should put an ad up there and put your little thing. Put your own photos.
I know, I should.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then put your little brand name with a little website.
Mm-hmm.
Promo.
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait until everything else comes out. Oh,
Yay! Excited for the
How
art
exciting.
show.
for the what?
The show, what was it,
The
a preview? Or?
exhibition?
There you go. Yeah, sorry.
It's an art show.
Exhibition.
Yeah, it's going to be good. You guys got to come.
Well, do you have a more embarrassing moment than when you were not high?
I don't
How
think
do I have like such a bad embarrassing moment
Like,
and nobody else?
I don't get embarrassed often.
I fell down my stairs. I mean, I don't know. Huh? Yeah. Remember I was telling
Were
you.
people
like,
watching or was it by yourself? Because by yourself, that don't count.
No. I guess it doesn't count then. But let me tell you, I had a huge ass bruise. Yeah, I fell from the top.
Oh my
Coming
gosh,
down
ouch.
from the parlor. Down. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
laugh or cry?
Dude, I couldn't even talk. It was so painful. It was one of those like, you can't even. No, I'm not even kidding. I just sat there like, oh my God, it was just so painful. Like you couldn't scream, you couldn't say anything, you couldn't laugh, you know? Like, I laugh when it doesn't hurt, but that was
Like, what are you saying?
painful.
Sana, what are you saying?
Colita de rana.
Colita de rana.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Dude, I fall all the time though. I don't know. It's hard to kind of pinpoint. It happens often.
Most people that I ask like stories, like embarrassing ones, like they like there's like sexual ones. You guys ever have like a sexual embarrassing one?
I haven't.
No, I was like, I'm perfect. So
no, like I'm trying to say, like I don't get embarrassed easy. I'm trying to think. Just when I look dumb, that's when I get embarrassed. If I look dumb, I'm embarrassed. But anything else, I'm like, fuck it, I don't give a shit.
There's natural.
So what is looking dumb to you though?
Like that, like let's say if I get like a problem wrong, or I say something stupid, you're like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh fuck, shit like that make me look dumb. I'm like, oh fuck, I get super embarrassed. Like
something sexual.
That's embarrassing to me.
But
not sexual, no.
One time, no, but it wasn't something embarrassing for me. Like my dude did something to me, and I was mad, and then
throw him under the bus. Go.
And I fucking got psycho.
Oh shit.
Okay, so I was giving him head, and he finished right, and he was still like chubbed, and he fucking flung it and hit me in the eye. I was so mad. I got all the way fucking like chola on him. I'm telling you, like I went psycho on him. Yeah, that was. I laugh about it now, but dude, like,
at the moment,
let me tell you, it hurt. Like I'm not even kidding. I have
burns and your eye turns red.
Like it was right here. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get it in the eyeball.
No, he got me right here.
Girl, in the eyeball.
I got it in the eye once. It's like literally, I thought I was gonna have to get medicine. I'm like, I think I'm gonna have this
bloodshot. If you get come in your eyeball, you get blood shot red.
If he did that.
Yes.
I've had.
And it got
no, I don't know.
Red.
And swollen.
Like, oh fuck.
I don't do that. I just swallow. That's too messy.
I swallow. I would never know that.
No, I don't know that. I swallow.
I'm gonna share
one
girlfriend story. Anonymously. Two girlfriend story. Yeah, like just say my name later. Just kidding. Not Noelle. Not Noelle. The first girlfriend is she said that one time someone that like a personal trainer at her gym at whatever they've always kind of had crushes on each other. She invited over her girlfriend's house just for drinking night, drinking game stuff. And I guess they went upstairs, started doing their thing, getting busy. And I guess like I don't know how this happened. Like, so they were doing it like everything but doggy. So she goes into doggy position. She goes to like I guess in doggy like kind of hold her butt cheeks and spread. And he's like no. He's like don't touch. She's like what? And he's like you shitted yourself. And I guess she like literally.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
okay.
Does that beat mine? Okay. Does that beat mine?
That says no. Like it's.
We're talking about other people. Okay, I should not tell this story, but it's so good.
Yeah, but did that one beat mine?
Yes.
Of course.
Some people say mine's worse because I was actually dating the person. Hers was like a one-time hookup, so they said
no, I'm gonna be so fucking embarrassed.
I gotta tell me, there's shit in your asshole.
Oh my god!
And then the shit got on her hands too.
How does that happen?
How does that happen?
Like, if you have to use the bathroom, go use the bathroom, right?
Maybe she thought she was gonna do like a little fart, and it probably sharted and didn't know it was a shart. She thought she farted like a baby fart.
Yeah.
Why are you sharting? What are you eating that is causing you to shart and not know it?
Adderall causes sharting. Just letting you know.
Taco Bell. The bean and cheese burrito.
Don't eat Taco Bell, ladies. Don't eat Taco Bell.
Mommy's like, don't get the number 3, guys.
Right.
I guess.
If you're going the other way, yeah. I mean.
Okay, what's the other one?
Wait, you? Oh,
I don't want. I like. God, I'll tell you guys later. It's bad. It's so bad. And I won't say who. So if you guys are watching, I'm not gonna say who.
I didn't say who.
Okay. I will never tell who you are. The story is so epic. It's so epic. I have to. You guys would do it if you were in my shoes. So.
Someone else I know, they said that I guess it was like once again it was like a one-time hookup. And I guess like it was like a party that night. So in their room, they hooked up with whoever, and then all their friends slept in the living room. So whatever, I guess like whatever, the guy, they finish, he leaves though in the night before they wake up. She wakes up, she comes out in the morning to her friends and be like, good morning, like so kind of drunk, like wake up. And I guess she just had all over like her mouth and here like dry nut. And so they're like, what? They're like, you have something, like, what is that? And she's like, what? And she's like, and like she realized like, oh my god, and they started laughing, like they're like, that's literally dried nut from like last night. And it was, like, this all over.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we have some questions. Okay. So Myra Ossie says, girls, what would you say is your most complimented body part?
That. Oh, why are you guys looking at me? I think this is for everybody. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a fan of my butt and my legs. Like, but I like my waist too. I'm pretty muscular, so I kind of am liking everything from here down.
She said everything.
From here down.
I love it.
I want smaller boobs. No, not my boobs. I want smaller boobs. So I'm not like they're just so big, you know, and I feel uncomfortable.
I'm the same way.
Right? Like, okay, tell me you can never grab anything, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be like this or like this, right? Yeah. Under or over. It's never like just let me grab it. Look, let me grab it. Nope. That's it's not happening. Sure. So I'm not a fan of these girls anymore. Ready to get them smaller. So
my mom too. She wants them.
High five.
Like a lift.
I can't wait till I get I can see my stomach. I can't see my stomach because my boobs are just like hides the whole of it.
Yeah, there's just
and then my underarm gets like chafe.
Yes.
So I'm always rubbing the side of my boobs.
You know what's so funny? Like if you guys look at my pictures, a lot of them I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Because the minute you do this, just like your boob is pushing on your arm, and so it makes it look bigger. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but from here down, I'm happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now he's
my jawline. I love my jawline.
Jawline for sure.
I need to get a new jawline. That's next. Doctor.
A girlfriend of mine just got she's like 45.
You talk like the thread, the PDO thread.
My girlfriend just got a full facelift.
Yeah, I'm actually looking into that right now.
They pulled, so this part was getting like, even the fillers still wasn't.
I don't do fillers up here, but, and the only reason why I haven't is because I do want to do the facelift.
Yeah.
And so that's what's prevented me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, same thing. So she got this lifted, she got this pulled back, and all of this is snatched. She literally looks like 15 years younger.
Yeah. No, it's a huge
difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
But the other thing too, like you have to also be a candidate.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how I fall into that category, but if not, then they also have the mini.
Oh yeah, the mini one. Actually, I have 4 girlfriends in their 20s. Yeah. Who have the mini.
Oh, okay, then I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh my God, 4 girlfriends in their 20s
with
the mini.
What about you, Jazzy?
Okay, so if I'm not trying to sound vain, but to pick on myself, I can't pick one thing on myself particularly because if it sounds dumb, but if it were up to me, like I would pick everything on me.
There you go. That's an answer. That's an answer.
I like everything on me. I think everything's my best feature, but I mean, maybe people would say different.
Own it.
No,
own it.
That's what I'm saying.
I love everything.
I think everything.
Good for you.
Like
yes.
Bag everything.
I love it.
Next is, and would you agree that is your best physical? Oh, we just answered that. Yeah. Okay, now Will Shaheen asked, what are you complimented on the most about yourself?
Oh, we're starting with me again?
Counterclockwise?
The booty. I get the booty a lot. That in my eyes, but
What about you?
Feet, legs, butt, feet. I say feet a lot.
Yeah.
Feet's like my,
Fuck. My jawline.
Whatever, so don't even ask me. Jawline,
I always get that like.
She's gonna change her Instagram name to Jawline No.
And I used to hate it, but now people compliment more. I'm like, I love it.
No, it's good.
It's just so I used to hate it because I used to feel like a man.
No, but dude. Yeah,
my mom's like, people pay for that.
Yeah,
that's why.
I paid a lot of money for that, and it's still like.
We need to talk after this.
Let's link.
We're going together to the same doctor. We could be in our own little recovering room together.
We'll get our own suite.
Yeah.
Those are the questions.
That's it.
That was it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, you wanna
wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up. Well, thank you.
Thank you
for coming.
Much love.
We need to make sure you're home by 11:59.
And
we're same.
And we're definitely gonna be all hanging out more. We should do some YouTube stuff, challenges, have some fun with it. Some YouTube never have I ever type of videos.
Oh shit!
No, I never. That game's never fun for me because I've done everything.
You never know. Like it could literally be like, have you ever?
Okay, say one.
Never have I ever? Okay, how about this? Been walked in on.
How does it work though?
Been walked in on while having sex.
All the time.
Oh, okay.
Never
Walked in on.
Not on purpose. It's so
not on purpose, but like just someone walking in like,
oh yeah.
I never have.
Oh yeah.
See?
I have.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've honestly played this game and literally been the only person that's like, yes,
Okay,
I've done
how about
that.
this? Never
yes,
have
I've
I-
done that.
never have
yes,
I
I've
ever
done that.
stuck-
I'm just gonna pull myself out of this
Never
game.
have
Mama, never have I ever stuck a finger in a man's butthole.
I've done that.
I've done that.
No.
Let me tell you, they will nut so fast, girl.
My mom was like, they think they don't, but they'll love it.
No,
Yeah,
I
agree.
swear, like every single guy I've tried it on, like maybe the first couple of days was like, no. I swear to God, the minute I've done it, I've all been like, holy fuck, I heard about this.
My husband will never let me, but like, I tell him you're missing out. He's like, I don't fucking care. I better fucking stay away
No,
from
literally,
it.
yeah. But every time the guys are like, no, like right when they're coming, I'm like,
Yeah.
stick it in. While you're coming, you're like, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
they're
you
like,
stick it in. So he's already like, and then he's like, and then it goes harder, and the cum comes out even more, and then he goes, holy fucking shit, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
What was that? I'm like, my finger in your ass? And they're like, shit, my shit was big, and it just exploded so much. I'm like, that's right. You're going to call me tomorrow morning again.
You do one, never have. Let's just do one, all just one, and then we'll do an actual video, like a full one.
I gotta think of something.
Okay, let's
Text me
see.
a good one.
Go now.
Text me a
We'll
good
just
one.
do one, guys. This is a little tease. I'm actually down for even if all of us to come back or just to do like a real never have I ever keep going. But go, do one. 'Cause that was mine.
Never have I ever been peed on while having sex.
I thought she said on the last.
While having sex?
No,
With
we
Big B, with
didn't do
Big
never
B.
have I ever. We
She
just said
says she's
we
open
did.
to it.
Yeah, no, we just said
Oh,
we
I
did
thought
it,
you
but we
said
never.
you had been peed on.
Yeah, I have,
I've
but
been
it
peed
doesn't
on.
matter.
Wait,
I'm trying to see if everybody has.
No, you have to say
something
what
that-
you've never
You
done.
haven't
She's
done
been
it.
peed on.
I've
First
been
of all,
peed on.
Natalie, stick to the rules of the game. But before we kick you the fuck
I know
out.
the rules. I've never played, but yeah, I've done
Okay.
that.
You have to- you say what you haven't done.
That you think everybody else has.
Yes. So try
Oh,
to.
perfect. I have one.
Text me.
Never have I ever.
Did you text me?
Wait, no,
Okay, cool.
Okay, go.
Okay. Never have I ever had a threesome.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
haven't.
That's a good one.
I haven't.
Oh yeah.
I have.
You have? You have?
Yes.
5 subs, girl.
Wait.
Orgies.
She's like,
Orgies.
How about wait? We're gonna
Yeah.
pass it around to everybody. They all get an answer.
Go.
Okay, have the sound guy. Have you ever
Anthony,
had an
sound guy.
orgy? Oh, sorry, threesome.
Yes. Me, myself, and I.
Oh, that's a no. Abe, have you ever had a threesome?
My coworker. Abe.
Yeah, he's like, that's it. I don't kiss and tell.
No,
You haven't?
I have not.
The waitresses at the restaurants would be disappointed.
Hey, yeah.
Let the audience know.
They would.
You'd be like, you know what? I'm not
Let me
interested
tell you.
anymore.
Let me tell you guys something about Joe. He's a very good guy. Sorry, guys. Who are you?
Wait, you really farted?
Blueberries you were just eating.
And then the floor is hard, so I think it echoed even more. You know, like it ricocheted.
Hey, pause.
Send it that way.
Did you think it was gonna be quiet? Did you feel it coming?
I didn't even feel like I just leaned over and it came down. And I was like, fucking shit, I grabbed it, pretending nothing happened. And then Jasmine was like, I heard it.
Oh my god. That's honestly the best.
I'm cramping. That's
Oh
not good.
yes, I know. I'm getting a cramp on my side.
I know.
Okay, I'm good.
She finds everything. If I fall or a trip or anything, like she has to record it, and then she'll send it to her friends, and she'll be laughing. I'm like, what if I would have cracked my head open? She still would be laughing.
Honestly, like, I'm the same way though. Like,
I cannot laugh anymore.
if I see someone fall or something, I can't help it. I laugh, and then I'll try to help afterwards.
Yeah, like, sorry.
Like, as long as they're still there, on the floor, I'll help you.
Why did you fart, Mama D?
I don't know. there was flatulent gas inside of my lower intestines. So when I lifted my leg up,
If you want to be specific,
Were you as surprised as we were?
Yes. Did you hear? She was like, her face was like, oh.
I get it. Like if my stomach was hurting or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, oh, like I've been squeezing it. But I was just like normally talking to you, just leaned over, and I was like, oh fuck! Like, that was so bad.
That's so funny.
Okay, well, with that,
The three. Well, you got the three songs.
That's a wrap.
You answered.
Yeah.
I never.
No, it's her question. Her,
Yeah,
her,
so she has
oh,
to
yeah.
do
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Never have I ever.
Never have I ever squirted.
No, I haven't.
no, I haven't.
I have
Of course she has. She didn't.
water
Win
fountains.
MILF of the year for nothing.
I can actually get a dildo and come and right when it's squirting, I pull it out. And when you're doing like any kind of like stuff for like your website or whatever, I'll do it right next to the mirror, like the mirror closet. I'll go close like that. I'll pull it and I'll record it and I'll squirt all over the mirror and drip down it.
Well,
pretty
for quarantine goals, us three have to try and squirt, and let's let each other know if we do.
Whoa. Who's us three? I've
No,
done that
not
already.
together. Wait, so you did it? Oh, you have.
Oh, I was supposed to ask a question? I'm not done.
Ellie.
Yeah.
Never have I
True.
ever. So something
That's
that
what
you
you-
haven't
But
never
he doesn't
done.
know about this. So.
Okay. Yeah,
That was
something I've never done.
Oh,
Oh.
you think everybody
You're
else
doing the
has, so
same.
everybody else is guilty.
Fuck my life. There isn't much. Yeah, there isn't much.
That's like Mama D. Like you guys be trying to think.
Oh.
I feel like have you done pile driver?
No.
So you never done that.
Okay, so never have I ever.
That's because a lot of people don't do it.
Yeah, I don't think it's not a normal sex position at all.
It's just something that you're like, let's try it.
Do you know what that is?
I don't
even think I do. Hold on.
Hysterical, but
I would do it, but I don't want to move. Something comes out.
Yeah, he did the voice.
Please don't. Wait, hold on.
She's like, hold on. She
Hold
may
on.
Have, she may
The
have.
pile driver.
No.
She's like, let me ask.
Hold your breath.
Wait.
You got to write sex position.
Yeah, I just
'Cause they'll give
realized
you, like,
that.
a
It gave me
pliers.
trackers. Hold on. Images. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So she's done that. So have you had someone like spit in your mouth?
Spit in my mouth? No.
Okay, so she hasn't had that. Okay.
What
We all
do you
had
get out of
that.
that?
Like if the guy's fucking you on top and then he just like gets
And you,
the
like,
mouth and he like lets
you
it dribble
catch
down
it
his
and you
mouth
swallow.
and you swallow.
No.
You swap switch.
Gross. No.
She's like, hell, don't you ever.
I'll swallow cum, but I won't swallow spit.
You swallowed spit?
No, I wanted to.
You're like, give it to me. He's like, he starts to back up. Nope. No. This is
I would
special.
love that.
This special baby girl.
Have
I
you?
think like a guy has to know how to do it.
Yeah,
Because
that's
if
what
you
I'm
tell a guy that did, like probably never done it, spit in my mouth, he'll be like,
Like,
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
and then he'll be
fucking
all
lose
over
it.
his face.
I would fucking lose it. No. Hell no.
And you're just like, yeah, not my idea.
No.
You, like, it's
Yes.
up in your mouth and you just like kind of drool
Was
it
it good?
or it
Was it
drops
worth
right
it?
into her mouth.
You make it
I'll do
sound
it
super
first of all.
cute, but no.
Like my mom said, it depends on. She's like, have I? Yes, like a couple, not a lot, but it depends on how they do it. Cause some is like it's like ooh, but then some is like the right.
No, I have to like totally be like
That's what, like for some people,
in
like
love
don't
with somebody
fucking do it
for
again. Like
like,
ew,
stuff
no.
like that.
No.
Honey, I'm very much in love with you. If we ever do that, it's gonna be problems. It's gonna be problems.
Okay, you're the last one, Mom. Never have you ever what? Which is it? If you haven't done it, then I'm
Yeah.
sure we
How the
haven't
hell
done
are you
it.
gonna do this?
She's like,
She's like-
may the force be with me.
she's like, let me pray.
Never ever have I done a gangbang.
Oh yeah, no, I've
No.
never done that.
I'm like, yeah.
She's like, I win the jackpot.
That's the only one I ever have. After that, I'm out of the game.
Well, you heard it here first. This is a little bit of like a never have I ever. We're gonna for sure do a full never have I ever. Thank you again, Trinity.
Thank you guys
for being
for
with
having
us.
me.
Thank you for
This
coming.
was fun.
Yeah, we loved it. Thank you.
We did.
Coco.
Yeah.
And then our cast, everyone. Catch us next Thursday, 7 p.m. We love to watch it, so come back. Smash that subscribe button or I'll... Okay.